All right, we are present in case 25 CR 508. This case is captioned State of Ohio versus Corey Hitchcock. This court received correspondence from Mr. Hitchcock contending that he wanted to file ineffective counsel due to multiple arguments and wanted to get a new lawyer. Court caused this correspondence to be filed and set the matter for a hearing. Mr. Hitchcock is here in court. He's with his attorneys, Ms. Nicole Novotny, as well as Mr. John Fatika. State of Ohio is represented by Mr. Nick Geigerich. All right, Mr. Hitchcock, you filed this request, so tell me why it is you think you deserve to have another lawyer. You got two of them right now.
Because they're not doing their job correctly.
Tell me what they're not doing.
So I've asked multiple times for a suppression hearing, and they keep denying me to file a suppression hearing when my rights have been violated on this case. My Fourth Amendment has been violated, and they think that there's no suppression hearing.
Is that it? This is your opportunity to put on there whatever you want to put on the record as to why you believe they're ineffective and you need a new lawyer.
Every time I have a conversation with Ms. Novotny, we ended up in an argument.
It's Novotny.
Novotny, my bad, I apologize. Every time we have a conversation, it either ends up in an argument or just feels like there's a lot of tension between me and her for some reason, and I don't think it's good for me to have her as a lawyer if she's representing me with the type of what is it? I can't even say the words right. I don't feel like she's doing her job correctly with all the arguments and the tension between me and her.
Anything else?
No.
So the centers around the suppression issue that you contend there is?
Yes.
Okay. I know I read your motion, and you believe that your Fourth Amendment rights were violated during the traffic stop because the officer called you someone else's name while trying to arrest you, so you pulled away, making you resist arrest. That's the violation?
Yes.
All right, well, that's not a violation. It's not a Fourth Amendment violation. It's a fact you could present at a trial, perhaps, to explain maybe why you acted the way you acted, but it's not a constitutional violation of your Fourth Amendment rights. And a lawyer is not allowed to file frivolous motions. There has to be a basis, a legal, lawful basis for a motion. She or Mr. Fatika can get in trouble if they file motions that there's no lawful reason to support. So just because the client says, I want you to file a suppression motion, doesn't mean they have to jump at whatever you ask them to do. If there's no lawful or legal basis for them to file this, they're committing an ethical violation if they do it. And if your grounds are that you were called a wrong name, which made you jump away, and that's the reason you resisted arrest, that doesn't make any sense. It's a fact that could be presented as a defense, maybe at a trial, but it doesn't violate. I'm not sure how it violates it doesn't violate your rights in any way. And for them to file a motion making that argument would be an ethical violation on their part if they did that. Ms. Novotny, do you want to address this issue? I mean, Mr. Hitchcock raised this in a public filing, so you're permitted to address this issue and whatever else he alleged here today.
I mean, Your Honor, with regard to the arguments, we haven't had much of a productive conversation with that respect. I know we went for a jail visit on October 21st, and that was productive. Kind of went over everything in discovery with that respect and what we've seen. That's when that suppression issue was brought up, and we told them that it would be frivolous to file anything, so he's been informed of that. We also went to a jail visit on November 12th, which our visit was denied by Mr. Hitchcock. Ultimately, since then, our correspondence has been through letters, and numerous letters at that, just updating him on his case, which I have in front of me right now. So we've been in constant contact.
So you've only met one time because he refused any other contact.
We met him on November 12th, sat down, told us they didn't want to see us anymore. So then it was denied. The visit was. So other than that, we've been corresponding.
There's this tension he talks about. There hasn't even been any meetings for there to be this tension.
We've been denied.
Well, Mr. Hitchcock, You have the right to have a lawyer appointed to represent you. You don't have a right to pick and choose who your lawyer is going to be. Both Mr. Fatika and Ms. Novotny are very good lawyers. Mr. Fatika's been doing this a very long time. Ms. Novotny's been doing this a long time as well. And they're very good at what they do. They don't need to, they're not required to, and they're not allowed to jump and do whatever it is you ask them to do if they're not allowed to do that, or if it's an ethical issue. And this is what you're requesting them to do, will be a frivolous motion. Now, you may think because you were here before and you successfully had a motion to suppress that that's going to happen every time. That's not the way it works. There's no grounds that you're presenting me to indicate that they're not doing their job. They're doing their job the way they're supposed to do it. If you don't want to work with them, you don't want to meet with them, that's a choice you're making, and then they'll have to do the best they can do then without your input and your cooperation. I suggest that you meet with them, you work with them. They're here to represent you to the best of their abilities and to do what they can. But they can't do that if you're going to refuse to meet with them. You've met with them one time, and that was it. Go ahead.
I've met with them one time, and then the second time I didn't want to meet with them because of the attitude and the disrespect that they gave me.
When did they give you this attitude and disrespect?
The first time I seen them in jail.
An October date that she said? When you went over to the discovery and everything?
Barely even went over to discovery. I read the discovery briefly, and she's had the discovery since April. It says it on the paperwork. So therefore, how do I have any time to look at it? I've had a month max.
Well, you haven't been here. You've been in federal custody, haven't you?
Yeah.
So how's that supposed to work?
I was out on the streets before that.
Did you contact them and say, "Can I make an appointment? Can I come and see you guys?"
I've had a bond and everything. I've seen her before.
So did you make an appointment to meet with them when you were out on the streets?
No, she's never contacted
No.
me or
Did
called
you? You're not listening to me. Did you make an appointment, contact their office, and say, "I'd like to come in and talk about my case with you"?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have their phone number. I didn't know exactly who my
Do you know what the internet is?
I'm not savvy with the internet.
You can't just go on the internet and look up, you're not savvy with the internet. You can't find the Lake County Public Defender's Office. You've been here before.
Yeah,
You've had them represent you, right?
but I didn't know who my public defender was.
You go to the office and you find out. You call them up on the phone and you find out.
I didn't know how to do that.
Then, what you want to say at this point, Mr. Hitchcock?
No.
All right, your request for a new lawyer is being denied at this point. This matter is set for a trial January 6th.
It's fine. I'll just buy a lawyer.
Sorry?
Sit down.
I am.
What'd you say?
I'll just buy a lawyer. It's fine.
You just what?
So I'll purchase a lawyer. That's fine.
You're going to purchase a lawyer?
Yes.
Look at their piece of property?
No, I have family members that.
All right, well, tell whoever it is that you purchase that they're going to trial on January 6th.
Of course.
It won't be continued. So that is 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks from now, Tuesday. We need to know by this coming Tuesday whether you're going to accept the state's offer or not. So your purchase lawyer will have to contact this court by December 23rd to say whether it's going to be a trial or whether it's going to be a plea. Is there an offer that's been made in this case?
I do believe I gave him count one, Your Honor. Yes.
Give me a second.
And the other thing is, Your Honor, I'll be out of the office from the 23rd on. So it's, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to subpoena, I'm getting ready for trial.
Probably should. So the state made an offer to you to plead to count one, they'll dismiss count two. We need to know by next Tuesday whether that's being accepted. So if you have a new lawyer by then, they need to let us know that. If you don't, you need to let Ms. Novotny or Mr. Fatika know whether you want to accept that offer or not. Otherwise, we'll be going to trial on the 6th. Yes?
What is the offer exactly?
The offer is plea to count one, aggravated possession of drugs, a felony of the first degree with the MDO specification.
And what's the mandatory time for all that?
What is that for that?
11 years.
11 years. So, I mean, we'll get off here. If you want to sit around here at this point at least and talk with them, you can, you should. you should work with them. They're good lawyers, and they're here for your best interest, whether you believe it or not. If you want a few moments to speak with them, we'll leave and turn off everything. I'm happy to do that.
I would like that.
And Your Honor, in the defense of Mr., John and Ms. Novotny, if the court would like me to proffer why this all occurred, I will do that.
Why? What all occurred? I don't want you to do it. When you say why?
Where he wasn't responding to them and all that, there's other factors that go into that.
I don't think that's necessary.
Because I can't stand here and listen to him malign Mr. Pratika and Ms. Novotny.
The obligation's on him just as much to reach out if he wants to talk with his lawyers. He chose not to do that at all. So we don't need to do that, but I appreciate that. But we're gonna get off. I'm gonna get off the bench. The prosecutor's gonna leave. We'll turn off the mics and everything, and you can. In fact, why don't you go in the? We'll let you go in the jury room. It's more private in there. There's gonna be a deputy in there, but we'll just stand off to the side, and you can talk with them.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else for the record?
Nothing more.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.